Alright, off to step number 18. Pretty straightforward, not going to take long, and we're going to build and install the drive shaft, or the universal center shaft, which is this one here. We've gone ahead and, like the directions say, have opened bag C with metal parts in there, and then also opened the plastic bag 2. And this is the unit here, the plastic bag 2, which is AX3114-1. Okay, pretty straightforward. Let's take the shaft, and there's the little metal part here that has a hole in the center. We're going to insert that into the hole in the shaft. Now there's also a pinhole here, and we're going to want to insert that straight up so that you can see it through the slot here. Get a little better close-up shot of that. You want to be able to see through there so that we can put the pin in. Okay, at this point we are going to take this metal cup, and you can see there's a big hole and a little hole, and we're going to deal with the little hole, which is by my finger. So we're going to slide that over the ball end here, and there's a teeny little pin. We're going to slide that through the hole. Going to slide it through the hole in the metal part that we put inside here, so it slides all the way through, and you're going to see that it ends up being flush. The whole thing fits together and nothing binds. From there, we're going to take our plastic cup. Now this is where we need to take a look. The plastic cup has 2 holes in it, or actually 3 holes. We've got the big hole, but in the sides it has 2 holes. And you're going to notice that one is larger than the other. Okay, so let's keep our eye on that larger hole. And as we revisit the metal cup here, you're going to see that one of the holes is larger than the other, and it has threads in it. One of the holes is threaded, which is the larger one, and the smaller one is not threaded. So we're going to match the larger hole on the plastic cap with the larger hole on the metal and slide it over. It's going to capture the pin. That's what that cup is all about. It captures the pin so that it does not come off of the universal. Not hard. Okay, let's go ahead and grab the chassis. And you have your shaft here. You can see that there's a hole in here. You're going to want, for this exercise, you can use your fingers here and spin it. You're going to want that hole to be pointed up. Doesn't matter which portion of the hole, but you do want that pointed up. Let's grab our universal and take the larger hole, which is the threaded one. We're going to slide it over the shaft here until the holes line up. You can use your Allen wrench if you would like. You just want those holes to line up. At this point, we're going to grab a little bit of thread lock and put it on the shoulder bolt. And again, I'm trying to use the wrong wrench. Get the shoulder bolt here. Put just a little bit of thread lock. Doesn't need a lot. Onto the threads. I like to wipe it in and get any excess off. And then we're going to insert this into the hole and screw it in. Now when we screw this in, we want to make sure that it goes all the way in and give it a little snug. You're going to want to make that a little bit snug. It is metal to metal, so don't worry about stripping it out. You don't want to go monkey wrench on it, but make it nice and tight. We also want to visit this and make sure that nothing is sticking out. It all has to be set inside that plastic cup so it doesn't rub on the steering. Okay. That is the end of step 18. And just like always, anytime you install a part, you're going to want to make sure that it does not bind. Step number 19. Again, a relatively easy step, and we're going to be installing the servo arm and linkage. So there's a turnbuckle in there, and just as we've done in all of the past turnbuckles, go ahead and get the proper end on these, which is the AX80034-9s, and there's 2 of those. Thread them on to the proper length as shown in the directions, and make sure that you have one that is turned at a 45-degree angle, or actually, I'm sorry, a 90-degree angle, so that it matches up exactly what is in the picture. Depending on what servo you're using, there's 3 different servo horns included. I'm going to highly suggest that you get the metal servo horn, as you can see, in an optional part. We do find that the plastic ones do strip out, and that's the last thing that you want. It's going to take a while before it happens, but it's usually one of the first things that goes when you're building a stock kit, is the servo horn. So if you're using an Airtronics or a High-Tech or a Futaba servo, they have different splines, so you're going to have to choose the proper servo horn off of the tree for the servo that you are using. So we are going to hold the servo horn in the direction as it shows here. You can see that it has indents on one side and is flat on the other side. So we're going to hold the indents towards the back here, and we're going to, what are we going to do? We're going to slip the screw through the front. There's a spacer, which is AX80034-2. We're going to slip the spacer over, and then we are going to put the servo arm on, or the servo linkage, like so. And then we're going to install the nut and tighten it down. See if I can grab the right wrench this time. Hey. Okay, very simply just tighten this up so we can move on to the next step. Just tighten it up, don't over tighten it. Just like any other part, you're going to want to make sure that there's no binding going on. And that's what the part should look like when you are done. Okay, we're going to go ahead and set up for step number 20.